The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-rhymed them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing with it. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What is up? What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Hope everybody's having a great morning. I'm having all kinds of technical difficulties over here, but you know what? We're going to get through it anyways, right? So that's what we do. So good morning, Elmo. Good morning, Elmo. How are you? How are you? Man, I'm sorry Lena kicked you out of the chat last night, man. We had a good chat, man. She kicked you out, man. I am having a hard time reading some of the comments. So I got my phone down here, so I'll try to do both. I'm having some technical difficulties with StreamYard this morning, so it doesn't want to show me everything. So kind of got double duty going on. Got my phone down here. I'm reading a little bit, and then all of a sudden they'll pop up a little bit later in StreamYard. So we're gonna try to pull both. Good morning, XXI. Good morning, man. I got your message last night. I didn't get it when we were in a Twitter space, man. But no, man, I appreciate that conversation about marketing, and I can't wait to talk more tonight at 6:30. So no, man, I love them type of conversations. So yeah, Elmo, Lena kicked you out, man. So yeah, good morning, man. I hope everybody's doing good this morning, man. I hope everybody is up and at it. We got the Fed meeting starting today. Elmo, I'm feeling okay, man. It's in my chest a little bit. I have a little bit going on in my chest, so it's I have to kick back, and sometimes I'm coughing a lot and bringing a lot of stuff up, but I'm bringing it up, so that's a good thing. Yeah, I love the conversation too, man. XXI, because I love different perspectives on everything, so I love them conversations, man. They're all good. They're all good, right? It's what we want. It's what we want. So I'm I'm drinking all kinds of warm fluids, man. Warm waters, teas, mixtures of tea and honey, and I got a whole bunch of other mixtures going on. Dr. Rob sent me a mixture too. I've been just kind of sucking on a whole bunch of warm stuff, man, just trying to break it all up and bring it all up and try to get better, man. But I tell you, from where I was to where I am, it's like 120% improvement. So I'll take it, man. It was pretty rough for a little while, so I'll take the improvement of where I am now. That's for sure. So yeah, we got some pre-market stuff here, guys. Market looks like it's going to open in a green so far today. Doesn't look bad. Doesn't look terrible from what's going on in this whole system of nonsense that we have. So it looks like we're going to open up okay so far. So far so good. But we do have some Fed meeting stuff coming up. We got some stuff going on that could dictate these markets a little bit. But you know what? We're gonna take, like we always say on here, we're gonna take green when we can get green. We're going to definitely take green when we can get green, and we ain't gonna be greedy about it in these marketing times. So we'll take it. We'll take it. Fear and greed index for crypto right now sitting at like 60 something 60. It's in greed right now. We're definitely in greed. But this is that lagging indicator we talk about, guys. It's that one that it's a little behind, but Bitcoin is definitely in greed right now. Seiko, good morning. Good morning, Seiko. I'm glad you could join us this morning. So yeah, the market's definitely in greed. We'll take it. Bitcoin is at that 28 mark, guys. It's hovering this morning between that 27, 28 mark. Good morning, Seiko. Yeah. So we're hovering that high 27, 28 mark. It's looking pretty strong this morning. You can see the little chart here. It's on the uptrend. It's looking strong. People are flowing money into it. It's up 13.7% on the 7-day. So it's performing really well in this market where everybody's running to safety. In the stock market, Bitcoin is one of them safe spots. It's people are running there, which is good for crypto. We'll take that. And it looks like Bitcoin continues to be on this uptrend right here. It definitely is outperforming all of the rest of the altcoins, all of the rest of the cryptocurrency market by far. It's not even close. So we talked a little bit about this yesterday, and then a little bit more on Dr. Rob's stream. Everybody wants to call a bull market because Bitcoin's running up, but everybody's running to safety. So as you can see, this isn't funneling down into the rest of the altcoins because these are still considered risky investments, right? So they're not running there. They're running to Bitcoin for the safety of their money, and then we'll see what happens when this banking industry gets itself straightened out, and then we'll see if people keep their money in Bitcoin or not. I'm not quite sure that they're gonna. So we'll see. Let's see here. At Elmo. I'm sure over time it'll get even bigger. It will. This market get bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm reading a lot of you guys' comments off the phone because my StreamYard's messing up. So you guys bear with me for a minute. Hex. Elmo, Hex is on a run right now. Hex is doing well right now. I seen that this morning, Elmo, that Hex is up another 12% today. Man, like I said, it's running. Hex is doing well. We'll see that on the bubbles. When we get to the bubbles, you'll see it's up another 12% today. I think it said 12% this morning. I did peek at it. Well, yeah, you see Bitcoin's up, on the 7-day. I wanted to concentrate on the 7-day today, 13.5%. But you look at Ethereum's only up 4.3%. But pay attention to BNB. BNB is up 9% over the 7-day. It's outperforming Ethereum right now on a 7-day since this whole market collapse, the banking collapse. BNB has actually outperformed Ethereum by almost double the percent, 4.3% to 9%, about double. So keep telling you guys, pay attention to BNB for percent gains. And this is kind of what I'm talking about here. You can kind of see it play itself out. You have BNB at 9.99%, and Ethereum sitting at 4% over the 7 days. So, there's more room for growth, I believe, in BNB than there is in definitely than there is in Ethereum for the bull run that's coming. So, just pay attention to that. I agree, Daniel. People just wanted to fit negative people. Yeah. XX, I agree with you. More agreed with XXI. I agree too, Elmo. Man, I need Hex laughing out loud. I keep telling Elmo I should have bought Hex when it was way down, and I missed it. And I've been watching for the entry opportunity, and it just continues to go. It's hard to get that entry when it continues to just go up the way that it is. But I'm happy for everybody that got in at that low entry point. A penny or under it was at one point not too long ago. So, it was great entry point. Missed it. Can't call them all. Can't get them all, right? Can't call them all. Missed Hex. Definitely missed Hex. So, but yeah. So pay attention to BNB, guys. I don't know how else to say it. I keep trying to tell you, there's more room there for percent gains than there is in Ethereum, and Ethereum is a household name, and so is in Bitcoin, and everybody wants to put their money in them household names, but BNB is on the rise, guys. That's all I can tell you. Here we go. Well, we're going to take a look at these bubbles. This is when we'll get into a little bit of Hex. Sitting right there at 13.6% up on the day. We're on the day chart here. So it's up 13.6% on the day, which is a tremendous gain for a project in this market. And so, Hex is doing its thing. But so is the XDC, guys, up 20.3%. As these ISO 2022 coins start to roll out, you're going to see more and more of this. So I am invested in XDC, I will say. So, I'm seeing some pretty good gains there. So let's go to the hourly. Let's see what it looks like. So, T is sitting here at 8%. I don't know why this got this thing all in my face at 8.9% when Hex is sitting at, okay, only 2% on the hour. That's why. So on the hourly, you're starting to see a little bit less of your gains, but it's all right. The American market's starting to open. See what they do. See what they do with it here. See Bitcoin just keeps hovering around that 27.8, 27.7 to 28,000 mark all morning. When I first woke up, this was at 27.7 early this morning. So, it's kind of hovering. It's kind of hovering. So, not bad though. It's really hanging in there. It's not bad at all. We'll take it for where we are right now. First Republic Bank's in trouble a little bit, so we gotta watch that. Over $100 million left banks yesterday, and they went to money market accounts. So people are running, and this is why you see Bitcoin, their deposits just continually go up, and this thing just keeps moving. People are moving their money out of banks. They're moving them into Bitcoin. They're moving them into money market accounts. They're moving them where their money's safe. So this thing is gonna keep moving. So Elmo, you tight, bro. I think I think I think I'm gonna go ahead and start buying on the way down. You gonna get into Hex? XXI, you gonna get into Hex? I'm gonna I think I'm gonna have to. Not at this price point, but it will come down. Because it's up so high. You look at 2% gain on an hour, but a 13% gain on the on the 24 hour, and what's this, a 20.5% gain on the week, 20.5% gain on the week. There's going to be some pullback from that. So I think I'm with you, XXI. I think on the next pullback, I might go ahead and throw some money at it, just because it seems to continue to run. It pulls back and then it runs right back up, and it pulls back and it runs right back up. So I think I might jump in. I think I just gotta bite the bullet, pick a price point, and just get in. VS is about to launch, and Marionette is tight, is right after. So they got a lot of things coming. So yeah, I think I'm gonna buy this on the way down. So Elmo has convinced me that since I've actually had to looked at it a little bit closer since Elmo's been on here, I think he's actually been one of the few people who could convince me that maybe I missed the boat here, and maybe I just need to go ahead and bite the bullet on the next way down. So yeah, I probably will. More than likely, I'll probably throw some money at it on the next pullback. So, but the market itself today doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad at all. It actually looks decent. It looks okay. It looks like the market itself is hanging in there. It looks like cryptocurrency is performing extremely well under the circumstances. You're at about 1 trillion and about a 1,168 billion right now, which is a good market cap for where we were. Overall global market cap, it's not bad. It's not bad at all from where we were. Remember, we're under a trillion, but remember the last bull run, we had $3 trillion was right around the peak, right? So in about 1 trillion and a half, 1,500 billion was about where they called the bull run off. So I'd like to get to that bottom. I'd like to get to that bottom of that 1,500,000,000, so that we could really start looking at a big move up, because I think that's the number, that 1,500,000,000,000. I think that's the number. If we can get there, when we get there, I think that's going to start to change some things. But I don't think that we're going to get there soon. I think that we're going to pull back just because of the market conditions themselves. But here's the thing: if here's how I see this thing playing out. If we get a 25 basis point rate increase, I think that we'll trade sideways for a while. I think that if we get a 0% rate increase, you'll see the market take off, right? Just because they think that the Fed's going to pivot. They probably won't pivot, but they think that the market's going to think that they are. You'll see both the stock market and the crypto market take off. So I think that's kind of where we are right now. I think we're going to see a 25 basis point rate increase, though. I think that's kind of where we're at. V3 is let me catch up here. V3 is about to launch, and okay, I think we addressed that. Do you think the Fed will pull back tomorrow? Elmo, I think the Fed itself is probably I think they're probably going to give us 25 basis points would be the smart thing to do. I think that's what will happen. I think that they should give us 50. If they really wanted to do the right thing, they'd give us 50. But I think that they're scared to do that. So I think 25 is probably that point where it's a happy medium for everybody. I think that's kind of where we're headed. It is at 25 basis points. And I think that's probably too low. I think it's probably too low. But we'll see. V2, yeah. XXI, yeah. ALBT did release their V2. It's it's Alliance Block Next Era. They released that. They released that a little while ago, actually. It's only on ETH right now. And if you had it on exchanges, they should have automatically put that out there already for you guys for the conversion. If you had it on a decentralized side, there's a website where you just go and convert your tokens over in the wallet that you have them in, and it's a little bit of gas. It's not much, and you just convert them over. Yeah, but they're at a V2. Actually, they had a run a couple days ago. They went from 7 cents to 9 cents. I didn't even look to see if they pulled back, but they had a nice little run going a couple days ago. I keep waiting for them to cross over with their bridges that they had before on BNB and Polygon, because I had mine on BNB, and when I connected my wallet, I had to put it on Ethereum because that's all they had. But they keep saying that they're going to open their bridges up, but they haven't done that yet. Let's see. Elmo. It will be cash there. Let's see here. Where did I leave off? I'm trying to manipulate two chats here because StreamYard is just acting funny. 50 points. 50 points will definitely 50 points is off the 50 basis points is off the table right now. It shouldn't be, but it is. And it's because it would devastate the markets. But I think here's the problem. We just keep kicking this can down the road. We have to devastate the market at some point. We got to kick the market. We got to kick the market in the butt a little bit. There's going to be some pain to this whole thing because we're going to be in a recession at some point. So there's going to be some pain to what happens. And it's just a matter of when, right? And everybody's got to understand that. And the longer the feds keep kicking this can down the road, I think that the more pain that we're going to have later on. And instead of just going ahead and going after it aggressively now, and shocking the markets and going after it, I think they're just playing a game. So they're playing a game, and it's kicking the can down the road. Good morning. Good afternoon to you, Ken. Good afternoon. I keep wanting to say good morning to you, but it's afternoon for you. Selma, good morning. Good morning. How are you? But that's why I think that you're going to get the 25 basis points tomorrow. But I'm not worried about whether the Fed tomorrow raises interest rates or doesn't raise interest rates. That to me is insignificant. I think today's meeting and tomorrow's announcements are bigger than that, because this is when the Fed's going to meet, and they're going to start to talk about their overall interest rate, where they want to be, right? This is where they put pen to paper and say, this is our top line interest rate, right? So I think it's at like 5% right now, so which would give you another 25 basis points, and another 25 basis points would get them to where they want to go, right? So the key is, do they move that number up, or do they move that number down? So for that's going to be the key. And if they move that number up, that just means that there's going to be more interest rate hikes to come. And if they move that number down, then that means that they're kind of backing off, and that they're going to start pivoting. But remember, Powell said that he wasn't going to pivot in 2023. He said that a number of times, not just once, but a number of times. So what does this banking crisis, how does that change their thought process, right? So that's where you have to pay attention. It's still morning. Okay, Ken, it's still morning. It's not afternoon for you yet. Morning, Mo. XXI. I agree with you. I agree with you, Daniel. You're just dragging this thing out, right? The further and further along we go, we're just dragging this out. And what has happened as well is, like, with this banking and with the collapse of the banks, right? So now you throw another equation, you throw something else into the equation, right? And the government doesn't want the banks to collapse, right? So they're going to do whatever they can to make sure that they secure the banks, right? And they know that the interest rate hikes are what's hurting the banks, right? Because the banks are saying, well, we can't make money because the interest rates are going so high that people aren't getting loans, people aren't doing this. So you have to pivot. Well, the thing about it is that still doesn't address the inflation piece, right? That still doesn't address you going to the store and buying eggs, or you going to the store and buying things at a higher rate. So there's a phrase for that. It's called stagflation, right? That's exactly that's the fear, and that's exactly where you don't want to be, a stagflation, right? You don't want people losing their jobs and then turning around and inflation still being high, and you're in the middle of a recession and inflation's still high. That means people are losing their jobs, you're in a recession and inflation's still high, so people can't afford to live. That's disastrous, right? So I think that if we cut back now and we're not dealing with the inflation, and we're worried about the interest rate hikes, and we're not dealing with the inflation, you're going to end up in stagflation. And stagflation is probably the worst place that you want to be. Elmo, a birdie told me the market is going to tank. Birdie told me that the market's probably going down to XXI. Uh, you know, uh, I think that the market will go down. Because here's my thought, and I keep trying to warn you guys about this. Like everybody's running to Bitcoin right now because it's safety. So when so when the government levels off these banks and makes them right, because they will, as fast as people put their money into Bitcoin, are they going to take it out? You know, and that's the key, right? That's the waiting game that we're playing right now. So that's the game we're playing. Elmo XXI, all good, all good if all good if it all good if it drops. I'm not worried about a drop. I actually think a drop in the market would be healthy right now. I think that we had a little run up, and I think it's going to be healthy. I think a natural pullback in the market is going to be good, because with Bitcoin sitting at 28, 27, 28, it's up about $7,000 or $8,000 from where it was. I think the natural course to that is a pullback, um, probably to like the 20 area, and I think that that's healthy. I think that that's a good thing. I think a natural pullback to the 15s for Ethereum is probably healthy, and a natural pullback to around 300 for BNB is probably healthy for the market. Because we're not in the bull run, you're not going to see a steady increase all the time. So these pullbacks, you have to expect them. Um, you feel me? You feel me, Elmo? You guys, I don't know, XXI. I think a pullback is coming. I think that it's it's a natural course of trading. Um, I think people right now are feeling themselves a little bit in crypto. You know, they're like, I mean, we're all kind of feeling ourselves a little bit. Look at Bitcoin. Look at Bitcoin. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. It's the hedge against inflation. People are running to it. The rest of these coins are going to run. Everything's going to run. Everything's going to be great. And then reality is going to set in, right? Where ultimately you become a trader, right? You become a trader. And Bitcoin is going to pull back, and people, as the market settles down, people will start to go back to what they know, and they'll start moving their money back to what they know, and what's comfortable to them, once everything shakes itself out, and that's going to create a pullback. We're probably going to go back to a trillion, just over a trillion market cap, which is probably where we should be at this point, right? If this banking collapse didn't happen, right, Bitcoin wouldn't be at 28K, right? So, we got to keep that in perspective. I haven't bought I haven't bought anything for Elmo. I really haven't did a lot of crypto purchases either. I was buying BNB when it was like $300. I did buy some bone on a dip, when it when it when bone went to like 120, well, probably where it's about at today. I did buy some more. I did add some more. But not a lot. Just enough to kind of put me back to where I wanted where I thought I needed to be at the time, but no big purchases, no big purchases in a long time. Um, Let me see here. Elmo, the last the last thing I bought was the MMAI was the MMAI NFT. Okay. Yeah, I'm with you guys. I'm not a buyer right now. And if I am a buyer, it's very little. I take that back. I did buy a little bit more Matic as well when it was like 109, somewhere in there. I bought a little bit. It's one, what is it, 112 now. Uh, so if it goes back to like 109 or something like that, I may buy a little bit more. Um, I am waiting for the quant dump because I do want some more quant. So I'm waiting for that to dump. But I, the thing about it is like I'm to the point now where I'm not chasing anything or I'm not looking to buy anything. But if things come my way at a good price, I'll buy a little bit, but I won't buy a lot, you know. And that's just kind of where I am. I don't think that this definitely is not a buyer's market right now. It's just not. And it hasn't been for a while because it's been so unpredictable. You gotta wait. Sometimes it's better just to wait for things to shake themselves out because everybody's so worried about getting the bottom and the top of things. Well, you're never going to really get the bottom and the top of anything. Um, you're either going to get it as it's going up or as it's coming down, right? So, I don't necessarily worry so much about getting the bottom and the top of these cryptos, buying at the bottom and selling at the top. I worry more about, do I get it at the price close to the bottom, and am I selling it at the price in which I had designated to sell it anyways, right? So, I'm not so much worried about calling the bottom and the top of things. So, you know, people get wrecked that way. They'll hang on to something for way too long, waiting for the top, and the top never comes, right? Well, their top, and it never comes, and they get wrecked. Um, and I'm just not into getting wrecked. I'm into making money. I'm not into getting wrecked. So when it comes to buying and selling crypto, or even buying and selling stocks, I'm cautious. Um, I buy on support. I buy on support lines, and I sell on support lines. And people will say, "Well, what do you mean by you sell on support lines?" Well, I'll sell on a support line because I know there's less volatility there. And I know, yeah, you may miss a run up, right? You may miss a little bit of a run up if you do it like that. But at least I know that when I'm selling, one, there's support there for me to sell. And two, I'm not going to get slipped all the way down either. And sometimes you make more money by doing that, because if you get slipped all the way down, you actually can lose money on a trade. I agree, Daniel. I'm waiting on I'm waiting on quant. I'm waiting on quant, but I'm waiting on quant 2XXI. Like, I think right now, I'm glad Max ain't in here, because his head might spin around when I say this, but right now I think quant's I own quant, but right now I think it's for the market. I think it might be a little overvalued uh for where we are right now. What's up, Dr. Rob? Good morning. Um so I think it might be a little bit overvalued for where we are in the market right now. Um I can't see it. I can't see it sustaining that price in the market that we're in. So I think there will be a pullback there. And and a well-deserved pullback. So Fed meeting, Fed start today, right? Fed start today. We'll get the reports tomorrow. So we'll see what happens, right? Dr. Rob, I was telling these guys my StreamYard's acting up, so I'm kind of trying to maneuver the chat both on my phone and as it pops up. So the studio show long tomorrow. So Dr. Rob, Daniel, morning, Dr. Rob, morning. Selmo, I agree, Daniel. I just don't think that right now that quant is there's a lot of hype around it right now. It's gonna die. It's not gonna die, but the price will come back to where it should be, and then I'll jump back in. But I own quant. I'm looking to grab more. I'm definitely looking to grab more, but not at these price levels. I'm not buying anything right now. I really haven't bought much of anything. I hope this I gotta go back to my phone. I hope hours are up. Yeah, guys. So I'm at 1,275 watch hours. So they're moving up. 1,275 watch hours. So they're moving up, man. We're getting close. Appreciate all the watch hours. I appreciate all the watch time. At 276 subs, I think. I mean 700 and how many subs am I at? 727 subs. So we are moving up, guys. We're close to getting monetized. We're working our way there. And big, you guys were out of space last night. We're gonna have if we can get monetized by April 15th, Dr. Rob's gonna give away two $250 giveaways to somebody on our stream for our monetization party. It's going to total $500, but it's going to be two people that get $250 a piece. We're going to give that away either in ETH or USDC. So big shout out to Dr. Rob for that. Big shout out to him for helping me out with that, and I really appreciate it. And let's do this by April 15th so that we can give that money away. I want you guys to win that money. So go ahead and get them watch hours up for me. Stream my videos. Put them on mute. Stream them in the background. Get the watch hours up. Tell everybody come over and sub, and we're gonna go ahead and have a big old party and give some money away, man. So I can't wait for that day to happen. I think we're gonna have a great time. I can't wait for that day to happen, guys. And I know we're gonna do it. LeGrand, good morning. How are you? So I can't believe StreamYard's messing up on me here. So 272. Job, Daniel. Thank you, Elmo. Dr. Rob, Grom. Yes. So we we got to pay attention to what happens. Not so much today, guys. I don't think you're going to hear much from the actual the Fed meeting today. I think it'll be tomorrow is when the press conference happens. Tomorrow is when we'll start to get them notes. Tomorrow is when we'll start to get everything that they're talking about within that meeting. And tomorrow is absolutely the day where we're going to have to figure out where they put pen to paper and they say to themselves, this is where we believe that the internal interest rate should be. If they move that internal interest rate up, that's more rate increases for a longer period of time. If they move that down, that means that they're going to pivot. I don't think they're going to pivot. Stagflation is real. If they pivot too quick, and we talked about it earlier, stagflation is exactly where you don't want to be. And there's a high risk of that if they back off these rate increases for the banks. So we got to be careful of that. Get some girls, man. So we, let's be careful. Let's pay attention to that stagflation, guys, because it is definitely real. If it happens. So great to see. Thank you, Ken. We're working hard over here, man. And trying to get the channel up, for you guys. And I enjoy doing this. So, I hope you guys enjoy it as well in the morning. We just try to get the morning kicked off right, man. Gotta go. Have a great day, LeGrand. Appreciate you stopping by. But what you guys think of this? Florida Governor Ron DeSantis calls for ban on CBDCs. He says that the state of Florida will not participate in any CBDCs, and he's thinking about putting legislation together where CBDCs cannot be used in the state of Florida. Interesting, right? Take care of the grant. So what's your guys' thought on this? DeSantis saying CBDCs, he doesn't want Florida to do it, and he's going to put together legislation banning the use of CBDCs for money. And in the state of Florida, good for DeSantis. You like that move, Elmo? I think it's a good move. I think until the government comes out with clear understandings of what CBDCs and what they want out of CBDCs and how they're going to manage them, I think DeSantis is making the right move here. Good morning, Keltra. I think DeSantis is making the right call for Florida by banning CBDCs in the state. I like the move. I had to think about it for a while. Like I thought about this since yesterday, since this report came out. And the more and more I thought about it, the more and more I was like, you know what? I can see where he's coming from. I like the move. I think the only problem he's gonna have is if the federal government decides that they want a CBDC, it'll trump Florida law. So I think that's the issue he may run into, but I do like the stance that he's taking on it right now. But I had to think about it. Like, I didn't want to bring it to you guys yesterday. I wanted to kind of think about it for a little bit and see where kind of I stood on that. I like what he's doing. CBDCs. What'd you say, Ken? I gotta go back to my phone, see what you said, Ken. See, now it's not showing up on my phone. DeSantis. I'm having all kinds of technical difficulties this morning, guys. Like, half of the chats are showing up on StreamYard, half of them are showing up on my phone. I'm trying to do my best here and get these out to you guys. DeSantis, yes, I think DeSantis he's making the right move, man. So I like what he's doing. Kelcher DeSantis says, yes, DeSantis, my guy. Morning, Timski. Good morning, Timski. Good move. Good morning. So I'm with you, Elmo. I think that this is a great move for Florida. But like I said, my only issue right now is, will this hold up, right? Will this hold up if the federal government decides to roll out CBDCs? But the interesting piece here is, if DeSantis runs for president, you know where he stands on CBDCs, right? I mean, at least he's come out and made a stance. At least he's come out and said something. At least you know where he stands on the situation. There's no guesswork here. You don't have to wonder where he stands. If he runs for president, you already know the answer to the question. Obviously the U.S. is again, here we go. They're trying to put legislation. The United States is trying to put legislation in the safeguarding the banks again, which just means that they're trying to spend more of your money by backing these banks up. So they're trying to spend more of your taxpayer dollars by backing these banks up even more, instead of allowing them to do what they do, right? And allowing them to be inside the free market, right? So, that story, we've talked that thing to death. But CBDCs and Ron DeSantis, like, that's the story of the day for me. Like, I'm actually happy that he did what he did and said what he said. Let's take a look at some price action here for MMAI. Right now, you guys know MMAI is a sponsor of this stream. We're sitting at 303859, guys. Good price action. Holding above that 3035 launch price. We have held that for a while, which is really good. I think the price action itself, it's pretty stable in this market where a lot of people are losing, right? So the price action itself is good. MMAI is doing well. They're holding their own in this market. Holder count is steadily kind of going sideways and then up a little bit. So, you're starting to gain holders here. It's starting to look like the new support line is around that 3.8 to 3.9 range. We're holding up really well in that. MMAI just seems to be comfortable inside of that channel, which is a good spot for it to be right now. Utilities are coming. Be on the lookout for some announcements that are coming out. Not quite sure what them announcements are, but we're looking forward to some announcements in the coming days. That I think every time that we've had some announcements, they've been good announcements, solid announcements. So I think, why would that change now? So, in the next couple of days, there'll be some announcements. We'll see what they are. Are they blockchain? Are they wallet? Are they a mixture of both? Are they NFTs? We'll see. We'll play it out. But price action here has been pretty steady, guys. It's held up well. It's held up a lot better than a lot of these other lower market cap tokens that are down, 20-30%. MMAI is actually up since launch price. Up, you got to remember, at one point we're trading down here 3019. So there's no pump here. There's no artificial pump. This is strictly holders buying, holders holding the line, holders not, selling. So this is what we want to see out of a project. Community strong. Community keeps adding to their bags, not taking away. So this is what you want to see out of a project right now. Ethereum is helping us a little bit right now. Ethereum sitting here at 1,765 dollars. Definitely is not hurting us. We'll take that. We'll take that little boost. But I think on its own, even when Ethereum was down in the 1,500 range, MMAI was still holding its own. So, this is not strictly this positive price action right here is not only based on the Ethereum run up, because even when it was at 1,500, it was holding its own. So, I think you gotta take that into consideration. But I think there's going to be some good news. I think there's going to be some big news coming out in the next couple of days. There's so much going on, so it's hard to predict what the news is going to be. Like I said, is it going to be the wallet? Is it going to be the blockchain? Is it going to be the NFT launch? What's it going to be? I don't know, but what I do know is that each one of them announcements are a big announcement. So it's not a matter of whether or not you'll get a big announcement. It's a matter of which big announcement are you going to get, because each one of them are big. Each one of them means something. Each one of them are big in their own right. So, and maybe we get a mixture of a couple, right? Maybe we get a mixture of a couple announcements. Who knows? But whatever it is, we'll take it, right? The masses will come. The masses will come to MMAI. I don't doubt that at all. They will come. They're going to come in mass. They're going to this project is going to be bigger than what most people think or most people understand it, because when you actually see my computer is just all messed up today. When you actually see what's coming and the utilities that are coming and how they're going to roll out, people aren't going to have a choice but to understand that this project is for real, and I hope that people start to realize that this project's for real at 3038, 30339, because when somebody comes in here at 38, they may be exit liquidity for somebody else, so I but that's still going to be a good price for them. So I just think that it's going to be what it's going to be, and I think that this project is going to be amazing. Yes, Elmo. MMAI will drop 2 zeros, 2 zeros before. You think so? XXI, you think it's going to drop 2 zeros before the bull run? Before 2024? It'll be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I think when the utilities come out, people are going to see the difference between utilities moving a price and hype moving a price. I think people are going to see that, and when they do, I think they're going to understand what we've been trying to say to them for a long time, and they're going to get it. I keep missing Austin as Austin's been Austin's been down a little bit, so he really hasn't been streaming that much. So I don't know if you're missing him or if he's just not streaming right now. Been kind of sick lately, so He's been kind of sick lately, so I think that I don't know if you're missing him. He's been out of action for a minute. So I think MMAI is one of these projects where when this happens, right, when all of this stuff comes together and we start to really understand what is going on, and people really start to understand what's going on, and they really start to see how utility is going to move a price, right? I think people are going to really understand what we're talking about, and people are going to really understand what utility does. And think about the price action. And Dr. Rob hit on this a little bit last night too. But think about the price action from these little I don't mean to disrespect anybody's investment, but some of these smaller transactions, right? And how they move the price, right? Now think about everybody needing to go to the Pure Wallet and purchase $50 in tokens to use cold storage. And the number of $50 purchases you're going to see on this chart, which is going to drive that price up, right? And then think about the microtransactions that you're going to see on here when the game's out and people are upgrading their equipment and doing microtransactions, and how you're going to see these microtransactions on this chart and how that's going to impact the chart, right? And then think about the businesses using a Pure Wallet for business transactions on an everyday basis and how these transactions are going to affect this chart, right? So that's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about utility moving price, right? It's not hype. It's straight utility moving the price. And when these things start to happen, you're going to start to see the difference, right? So your holder account, right? Your holder may not move. It may not balloon up to 5,000, right? But you may end up with 5,000 more transactions on your chart. So that to you is going to be more important than the holder count, because the transactions are actually what's going to start driving your price up. And when people start to see the big green candles coming in, right, because of the transactions, then they're going to FOMO in. And that's when you're going to see the price go absolutely crazy. When you start to see the microtransactions come in and then people start to FOMO in because they see the green candles, the price is going to go absolutely nuts. And that's how I see this thing going. And I just think that when these things happen like this, that people need to understand what we're getting ourselves into. Joyful, good morning. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Novelist, good morning. How are you? Hope you're doing well as well. Elmo, I see you, man. And you know what we're bullish on here. Elmo knows what's coming. He understands it. XXI understands it. Ken understands it. Everybody understands it. Rob understands it. Everybody knows where we're headed, right? And where we're headed is to the top, right? Because there's no other project, and I say this, without disrespect to anybody, right? And there's no other project that's going to be able to move their chart with utility in the micro cap space like MMAI. MMAI is going to move theirs with utility. I will guarantee there's nobody else, because there's nobody else that has the utilities that MMAI has. So you're confident to say that there's nobody else in the micro cap space that can you move their chart the way that we can move our chart based on utilities. So with that, like, you have to be bullish on this. I mean, because when you look at even the layer 2 blockchain, right? And when we become a coin, right? When you move from a token to a coin, and the amount of transactions that are going to happen on the layer 2 blockchain, you're going to see that on a chart, right? So even the layer 2 blockchain itself is going to generate transactions on the chart. So you have your wallet that's going to generate transactions on the chart. You have your game that's going to generate transactions on the chart. Now you have your blockchain that's going to generate transactions on your chart. You have your metaverse shopping experiences, rentals. They're all going to generate movement on the chart. So Crypto Benny, good morning. So everything is lining up to be a driver of price when it's released, right? And that's what you want. That's what you want. So I think MMAI is in a great spot right now. In the market where a lot of people aren't producing what they say they're producing, or they have the best intentions and they're running out of money before they're able to produce what they need to produce. MMAI is in a space where it's a micro cap space that they're in right now, where they have the ability to make the biggest impact in the space, right? So that's the goal, you know. I can see everyone coming. Yeah, Noblest, I can too. I can see everybody FOMOing in, and I think the FOMO is gonna happen. I'm telling you, I don't want the FOMO to happen right now, right? Excuse me, call me crazy, but I don't want it to happen right now. I think if it happens right now, I think it hurts the project more than it helps it, right? I want it to happen when we roll out our first utility out of beta into full release, right? Because everybody that's here right now, that's been here since day one, we still need to reap the benefits of this price action of these 3 zeros right now. We still need to reap them benefits. We still need to make sure that we have enough for us, right? It's kind of like when we're sitting around this table, and everybody's hungry and everybody wants to eat. You want to make sure that you get your food too, right? Because when people start to FOMO into MMAI, you're not going to see 3 zeros, 3.8, 5.9. You're not going to see these prices again. So I want to eat. I want to eat before everybody else comes to the table and starts to eat. I want the good meat. So that's why I think I'm not ready for everybody to FOMO in yet. If that happens, would I be secure in where I'm at in the project? Yeah. Do I want more at these price levels? Yeah. So I think, but I want all of you guys to eat at these prices too. Before people that weren't here since day one come in and start eating these prices up, I want you guys to eat too. And I want to eat some more. I'm looking for dessert at this point. It's not the right time. Ken, you're right. It's not the right time for FOMO. It's really not. So I think it will be though. And my thought is first utility out of beta, 100% ready to go. That's when you're gonna see the FOMO. I know this. I know this. I know this, and I. Okay. So yeah, I mean everybody knows what's going on, but I want everybody to eat, guys. But so here's the deal for tonight. 6:30. We're gonna have Twitter Space. I gotta wrap this up. One, because my voice is giving out, and two, because I actually gotta get some work done. But 6:30, we're gonna have Twitter Space. Me and Waddy and Dr. Rob will be there. We're gonna have Twitter Space. We're gonna talk about general crypto stuff. Going to touch on some MMAI. Going to get things moving. And just gonna have a great conversation about anything and everything crypto, MMAI, everything, guys. We're open. We're open book, right? Because this is where we all learn together on these spaces, in these chats, and everywhere else, right? Got 31 people on okay, on Reddit. Oh yeah, that's right. Elmo is on Reddit. So big shout out to Elmo for starting the Reddit for MMAI. This Elmo is actually, heading that up and doing a great job over there, and really making sure that everybody's up to date over there. And I could be more proud of Elmo over there for starting that Reddit, because these are the things that when you look at them, are going to make this project grow. And Elmo's doing that, and he's building his own bag. So tonight at 6:30, we are going to we're gonna 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna open up that Twitter space. I hope it goes off without a hitch, guys. Twitter's been acting kind of funny, so if not, look up top. Because if the space doesn't go off right the first time, we'll open up a new one. Look up top, find myself as the host, and come on in. But I hope it goes off without any problems tonight. We're working on monetization on this channel, guys. We're not that far away from subs, so go ahead and share this thing out. Tell everybody to sub. Click on the videos, watch them, get the watch time up. If we get monetized by April 15th, Dr. Rob's going to give away two $250 giveaways to two people. $250 to two people, which is a total of $500. If we can pull this off by April 15th, we're going to have a monetization party. We're going to do it. We're going to do it big. I appreciate all the support. I appreciate everything that everybody's doing. But as an MMAI community, we all grow together. So let's grow together. Let's do and support each other. Everybody go to Reddit, support Elmo. I have to go over there and support him myself. I'm not a big Reddit guy. I haven't really spent too much time on there, but now that Elmo just reminded me of the Reddit, I know that we've talked about it a couple times. I'm gonna go over there, and I'm gonna subscribe, because he's doing that for MMAI. He's doing that for MMAI community. So let's make sure that we go support Elmo over there on Reddit. Even if you're not on Reddit a lot, let's go make sure that we support him, and what he's doing. And let's support all the people who support MMAI. Let's support all the people that support each other, and we'll grow this thing together, guys, and be successful doing it. But watch your money. Which right? Don't do what we do. Let's do what we do, MMI. Yeah, let's do what we do. Let's support each other, guys. So let's make sure that we do that we support each other. I'm going to create a tweet. Okay. You're gonna create a tweet. I was gonna create one too, so we'll both create one, Dr. Rob. So let's do it. Let's make sure that we support each other, guys. And with that, I'm out. I gotta go. My voice is giving out, and I gotta get some work done. I appreciate you guys, man. Let's do this. Let's do this thing together. Let's support the whole family as a whole. And man, love you guys. Appreciate you guys. Have a great day, and I will see you guys tonight at 6:30. And have a great day. Be safe out there and trade safe. And if you don't feel comfortable buying, don't buy, guys. All right. Bye.